Hi guys, hi Pak Chakra.
I,
Very good to see you, my friend.
yeah.
So guys, today is Earth Day, and I thought, who else should I celebrate Earth Day with? And the man himself, Pak Chakra. So in a few weeks, we are gathering at Bali Eco Stay for an amazing event where we're going to be learning about permaculture, but also about bee preservation. So I'm here today just to have a little chat with Pak Chakra. So he's going to tell us a little bit what permaculture is about and what the workshop will be all about, so you get some ideas. But before we do that, Pak, do you want to tell us a bit about, not everybody knows you. I mean,
Okay.
most of the people have heard about you, but tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about you, what you do in Bali.
Okay. Hi everybody. My name is Made Chakra. I'm born in this village, 2 kilometers south of Ubud Center, village called Pongosekan. I'm born back in 70s, when everything was still a real paradise, and every farming was naturally done, and rice field was filled with ecosystem, eel, fish, and snail, and frogs, and fireflies. So it was real paradise. And of course, unfortunately, that don't last very long. And when the chemical and the hybrid rice got introduced, and we lost all those diversity. And since then, I probably about 10 years old then, and I always wanted to go like, well, why don't we do it, why don't we do it like as I was before, it was so real, and it was so it was so abundant. The nature gives you everything you want, not just rice, veggies, eels, frogs. So since then, I really, I was hungry for anything that to do with sustainability. So I was really a small boy, but I was already then activist for sustainability, for natural way of doing things. So, and then of course in 2003, 2002, I completed the appropriate technology course, and then 2003 I joined EDA Foundation, and then 2005 we went to Sumatra. We went to North Sumatra in Aceh when there was a huge tsunami there. So met so many people doing cool stuff like permaculture, and a project concern international. And so yes, it was a great, great, great opportunity to expand my knowledge in sustainability.
Tell us about your work today. What are you doing these days?
So we're doing many things. We're doing, one of our project is working with local rice farmers. We are conserving agriculture's land and heritage variety rice, because back in 2007 we recognized that chemical farming and the hybridized farming is not really sustainable, because that's why the indicator is that farmers, or Bali, losing agricultural lands like up to 1,000 hectares per year. So due to the cost of the chemicals are just increasing and increasing, and until 2008, it was the Indonesian government decided not to subsidize chemical fertilizer any longer. So it was really bad timing for the farmers. So yeah, in average at the time, farmers in Ubud area, they manage 3,000 square meters of land, and they only earn 23,000, which is under $2. And this is explained why farmers are giving up, and they're looking for a job at tourism industries, or they become driver, they become like a room boy, all this. And so we first, what we done, we identify the problem, and we come up with a very simple solution. So we call our project Seeing is Believing. So we just started with a few farmers that we introduced back the heritage variety of rice, and I think also John grows some of his at his area. And so then we bring back the animals. So then the farmers using the compost that are produced from the cows, because it's very, very common in Balinese farming. That if you own a rice field, you own cows. But what happened? People people throw away this black gold, and then they buy expensive chemical fertilizer, which is really silly, you know. So what we did, we bring the cows back, and then we integrate the system by designing the cows area, and then the vermiculture, and you have the aquaculture, which you will see some of this slide I will bring with me. And then you have the after the vermiculture, you have the azola culture, the fish pond, and then your rice. So before the water reach the rice area, is already very rich in nutrient and or fertilization, which is natural from worm casting and from the fish dropping. Therefore, and then we managed to increase the yield from, you know, like normally they get 4 tons per hectare. Now we got about 8.5 tons per hectare. So not every farmer is reaching that, but some farmers do, and then so we're able to increase the income up to 100,000 per day instead of 23,000 per day. So now farmers from starting with 4 farmers, and then we got 6 farmers. Now we got 22 farmers, and more farmers joining in because seeing it's working. But unfortunately, you know, when the Agong erupted, we have a very difficult time because we were shocked also because even that we are farmers, we thinking that we not will be not directly impacted by the tourism, but we do, and there was from selling 700 kilos of our heritage rice per month, and when the Mount Agong erupted, we were selling zero. So farmers were really frustrated again, and they grow this heritage variety rice, and of course I get really a big pressure of this because I still we go around Bali, we're trying to promote the rice, and still today, you know, we're working in many places and even send some sample to Jakarta. We just hope that the market is returned, therefore uh, more and more farmers joining the program, and it's more healthy the environment, which win-win solution for everybody.
Thank you for the work you're doing. Tell us about, okay, we're going to do 3 hours of workshop on permaculture,
Yeah.
and also a little bit on beekeeping because there's nice bees at Bali Eco Stay. Tell us about what we're going to do during the day.
So we'll, of course, EcoStay I know very well because I know John, and we helped design the area. So we're going to show you around the area, and also we are very lucky at EcoStay because we got some nice water flow there. So we got about 23 liters per second added, about 12 meters drop, so we're able to produce micro hydro there. And it was a huge challenge because you know, bringing all this heavy duty equipment down into the river, like 150 meters step down, it's crazy. But because we love it, you know, that's our love with nature. So yes, it was, I think, one of the I think the best place of the best eco place you can find, because this place is like using 60% of the energy from the micro hydro. So I will show you around about all this design, and then all the a little bit about appropriate technology and how water energy works, and chicken system and the farm system. And we talk also going to be like what is permaculture. It's basically is a very simple permaculture is a design method just like any other design method, but they are very special about permaculture. The very unique thing about permaculture, that is the only design method based on ethic. So, so anything you do, you must base on these 3 ethics. You care for the people, you care for the environment, and you care for the future, for the sharing of the resources. So it's very special system because in before you do anything, you have to think: is that, you know, am I doing am I you know, upsetting anybody or the nature? So you always have this ethic to base on. So it's a cool system. And first, when I joined permaculture in 2003, and then after that, I'm thinking, who's going to employ me? You know, I'm like worried, like, oh, I learn all this ecological stuff, and I have children, I have family, and who's going to employ me? Where am I going to get my job from? And but I believe that job keep coming. As long as you care for the earth, and she will care for you. And he's like all the time. Now I just have so many projects. Now a big project in Sumba and project in Nagi in Ubud, and doing more micro hydro and just many projects. Also doing a lot of consultant work for resort and stuff. So yes, we will talk about permaculture, and also the fun thing is you're gonna meet the real Tarzan. You see this movie like about Tarzan born in the forest and take care by a dog, but I'm gonna bring you a guy that is real. I mean, he's born in the forest and he got adopted by hunting dogs, and he was
Wow.
it's not a long period, but he's the real Tarzan. And
All right.
he will show us how to play with bees without any protection at all. There's nothing, and he just basically talk to the bees, and he'll grab the bees, and he's just a very best local bee whisperer.
Wow.
And I will bring him to the site, so we will see. Also, I will talk about native bees, and also we're gonna Pak Pancha gonna show us to harvest some honey from a bee that John has, and then also and identify different bees, because we have 8 different bees. So he will tell us everything about native bees.
Great. Well, 24, 25 of May, John joined Pak Chakra and Tarzan at Bali Eco Stay, where we're going to have definitely a lot of fun learning about permaculture. And the next day was going to be on human capital, another important topic. So happy Earth Day, everyone. And thank you, Pak, for today.
Thank you.
See you. Bye, everyone.
Happy Earth Day.